All right, welcome back, FishAholics. It's about like 3:30ish, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we got off the kayak about an hour ago, fished all morning, and currently we are in Montauk, New York right now. You guys last saw me in Jersey, and I fished there for a couple more days really hard and ended up getting on like some good gator bluefish action because they like really invaded pretty hard. But unfortunately, I ended up catching a lot of my fish in an area that I didn't want to broadcast. Sorry guys, but since I had to be out to Montauk fairly quickly for work, I shot out here like 2-3 days ago. And unfortunately, in that whole process, I also caught a pretty bad cold. And I'm kind of getting better now, especially after today. But yeah, we surf fished out here yesterday. Didn't do too well, so I woke up real bright and early today, drove about an hour west, and just kind of spitballed it and wanted to fish and explore a new area, and this is how it went down. Check it out. Alright guys, just launched the kayak. It's a little after 6:30. Kind of skipped the intro for this vid because of how early it is and that we're going to be fishing an entirely new area today, and I'm not really sure what to expect. I'm still kind of a little sick and nasally, so I don't even know how long we're going to fish before I get beat, but we're rigged and ready to fish all day and give it our all to see if we can get on some spring stripers today. So I guess we'll start off with a FishAholic finback shad. Throw that back behind the kayak. Probably let it out about 50, 60 yards. Start trolling and exploring around. A little bit of weed on there, just wanted to check it. Going through a nice rip right now. And I threw out another finback, but just on a lighter jig head. So now we're fishing 2 rods at a time. And I think it's been about like 30 minutes. It's probably about 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7 o'clock. And no bites yet. All right, well, that doesn't help, but no bites on the troll. And we just pulled up onto like this shallow little rip. So we're gonna switch to a lighter jig head and an olive over white and silver flake, FishAholic finback shad. And we're gonna cast it through this, see if we can get any bites. This might be more effective than trolling. There's a fish. Oh, first cast, too. Right on the drop. That was sick. Not a big guy, but hey, gets the skunk out of the kayak. That's how we do it. All right, so we're fishing this FishAholic finback on a 1/2 ounce white S&S FishAholic jig head. And that's all it took just to cast it out there into about 6 feet of water. Let it sink down, giving it some pops. And the good thing about this bait is on the retrieve and on the fall, it has a real good action to it. It still swims like it should. Oh, I think I just got bit again. There's another one. Oh, I lost him. All right, that's a good sign though. There's more than just one fish here. We're learning something, just right in this little rip. There's another one. A little guy. Oh, never mind, it's a sea robin. All right, well, first sea robin of the season. First sea robin the FishAholic finback shad's ever caught too. There's another fish right there. Oh, we snagged a sea robin. All right, well, I think it's about time to start making a move. We got like a little bit of trickle of flood still, but for the most part, the incoming tide rip is dwindling, and now we're just catching sea robins, but when it was ripping real nice, you know, we caught a striper right off the bat, and then I had one more striper bite, and now it's just sea robins. So I came across the channel here to the other side, and it actually looks like we still got a good amount of flood tide left over here. So we're gonna troll through this nice looking rip, see if we can at least just mark some bait, mark some fish, see if we can get a bite. And even if we don't, like if we can at least mark something, then maybe for when this tide goes slack and swings around and starts going out, we'll be in the right area, you know, during the right part of the tide to get a bite. There's a fish. Ooh, that's pretty decent too. Oh, stay hooked, man. Feels pretty decent. Got lucky with this. Just went about 2 hours probably without a single bite. Still got a little bit of flood tide left too, and I was just jigging a 1.5 ounce S&S FishAholic jig head with a FishAholic finback shad right in this last little bit of rip that we got in the channel. This fish crushed it. Not marking a single fish on the screen either. Stay hooked, please stay hooked. That's a pretty good fish. Not what I was expecting to hook into today. Oh, please. Hopefully we get this fish up. I just want to get a look at it. Oh man, it's a nice bass. Oh, he's barely hooked. He's barely hooked. Oh my gosh, he seriously is like hanging on by a thread. Oh yeah, just got him. Look at him. Oh. Look at that. Barely hooked. He's got like a messed up jaw. We got so lucky with this fish. Oh, that's a nice fatty right there though. Probably about like 34 to 36 inches. Whew, really nice fish. Was not expecting something like this today, but yeah, this is definitely gonna make the outing for sure. All right, I got a quick picture. Time to send her on home. She's a warrior for sure. Had to take the drive out to get a decent picture because I had to put the camera up on the bow and kind of balance it in a good way so it wouldn't fall off the kayak because of the little chop going through the rip here. We gotta fight our way back to the top of the head of this rip, see if we can jig up another one. All right, now I'm feeling a little better, and it's turning out to be a nice day. It's got to be like almost 65 degrees out. Sun is shining, and I'm getting a workout. I'm going like 2 miles an hour, but I'm probably pedaling as if, you know, I was to be going like 4 or 5, but this current is just ripping really strong, and I'm surprised the tide isn't waning more, but you know what? I think it's a full moon tide today, so that's probably why this tide is still going. All right, we're back at the head of the rip, kind of where we hooked up on that fish, and I just threw the shad out that way, let it sink down near the bottom, and I was just kind of popping it right at the head of the rip here. Whoa, I just saw some bunker here being chased on top by something. No way. It's a bass chasing bunker on top. Oh, come on, come back up, come back up. That was sick. Oh, right here, look at this, look at this. Let's see if we can get him to hit the shad. Come on, come on. They're still up top trying to eat bunker. Oh, he got him. He got the bunker. I don't know if that was a couple fish or just one fish, but they're here still. You know, we're in 20 feet of water now. I'm gonna try the smaller FishAholic finback, or well, the same size, but on a lighter jig head, 1/2 ounce jig head. Might have a little bit better float to it, more natural presentation than with a bigger jig head on it. There he is. Boom. Yeah, feels like a decent fish. Jigging right on the bottom with a 1/2 ounce FishAholic S&S jig head. Oh gosh, this fish is getting bigger now. Oh man. Oof. Look at all those marks. Whew. Fish are coming through now. This is kind of like a slack water influx of fish. Whew. I'm using this new Slick Power Pro braid. It's unbelievably smooth. It's ridiculous. It's the first day trying it and I'm loving it. Whew. Hey, there's a decent one. Boom. Sick catch right there. On the FishAholic finback shad. Let's get him back on his way. Let's see if we can get another. Look at that, a bunch more fish down there. And just switching to a lighter jig head made the difference. Helped us get another bite now that we're losing a lot of the current. There's another one. Oh, feels pretty decent. That's so sweet. Just jigging vertical. We got this one. Woohoo! Gotta love that sound. A little bit smaller one. Came up pretty quick. What am I doing? You know how your mind just thinks a little bit slower when, you know, you're under the weather. That's kind of like what it is like today. And look at all those marks down there. Whew. Bunch of fish. There's another one. Ugh. Feels like a pretty decent fish. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. These are all pretty quality fish. This is another really nice one. Might be the nicest of the day. Got some nice head shakes. This is like the lightest tackle you can get. Nice 33 inch fish. Heck yeah, man. It's nothing better than catching fish like this on light tackle. Super fun. Oh yeah. Look at that solid fish. FishAholic fin back is getting them. Gonna probably have to put on a new one. There she goes. Solid. Alright guys, we're back at the beach at the launch, and I hope you guys enjoyed the vid. I think that's about a wrap. I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, and you know what? I was not feeling too well this morning, but I'm feeling much better after a solid outing like that in a spot that we've never fished before. And I was expecting to catch maybe like a couple schoolies, get on a little schoolie bite, maybe catch a fish if we were really lucky around 28, 30 inches. But to get on a decent bite of quite a few like fish in the low 30-inch class, mid 30-inch class on some light tackle equipment made for an awesome epic outing there in the kayak. And I can tell you for sure, this probably will not be our last time here this spring. So I'm looking forward maybe to coming back here in the next couple of days, surf fishing or getting out there in the kayak. But I'll put all my tackle and equipment down in the description below, just in case you didn't hear of it throughout the video. And as well, if you guys could help support the channel by checking out some FishAholic merch, I'll link that down below. And if you pick something up, that would be absolutely amazing. And yeah, if you guys can give the video a like, subscribe so you keep up to date. And that's about it. Like always, never forget, live to fish, fish to live.